Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
It is always good to have you folks listening. As I look outside the window, we're by Doug's desk there. It looks like a beautiful morning. A little cool out there. I thought about putting a jacket on, actually, but I didn't do it.
Yeah.
It was a nice afternoon and evening for the health fair in downtown Broken Bow. Happened to stop by for a little while and talk with some of the exhibitors there, and they were all very happy that the weather was so comfortable and good for that event. And, of course, it was sprinkling a little bit when they were setting their tables up, so I'm sure they were wondering, is the weather going to be mean to us again? And it wasn't. They had a great health fair, speakers and demonstrations and all sorts of things, and I think it went off really, really well, and people learned things and had a good time. So
Good.
Congratulations to the organizers of Health Care on the Square. Successful, I believe.
Good to hear that.
A couple other things here as I look at the things we have lined up here this morning, Brent. This called in earlier this morning.
Yes.
A happy birthday wish to Ron Coleman.
All right. Happy birthday, Ron.
I asked if Ron was 79, and I got a yes on that.
Oh, wow.
And, Ron, this comes from your favorite brother-in-law,
Nice.
if there is such a thing.
Yeah. Well, here's an announcement that we do want to address here for you today. We have been asked to announce that the driver's exam office in Broken Bow is closed today. They wanted us to announce that, so take note. The driver's exam office in Broken Bow is closed today.
All right. Bill Varney dropping us a note this morning from down south in Arkansas, wishing us a happy Friday, and he's got little footballs beside it, which
Go Big Red.
goes right with Big Red game tomorrow, and, of course, all of the football games around our area this evening, some volleyball, all sorts of things going on sports-wise. Arnold Fall Festival is coming up tomorrow, and we told you yesterday, and I think we can safely say it again, that the Arnold Fall Festival, one of the things that you'll notice about it is it's good old-fashioned fun, laid-back fun in the park with the kids and families and food, and they'll have all sorts of things that'll be put on. They'll have a walk early in the day by the Rotary Club of Arnold, and everything centers around that park. The parade goes around the park, and it's just all centered right there. Right uptown, they'll have some things at Grazier's, some bingo and different things, and I'm sure some dancing and music, but they'll have art in the park and face painting and kids' games and cornhole and, sack races, create a pumpkin coloring, and, just good general family fun that takes place. And today is a big day for them as well. They actually already started their celebration because it's homecoming in Arnold today and tonight. So get on over there and have some fun for the Fall Festival in Arnold. Big day tomorrow. Today, South Loop takes on Sandhills Valley and Brent, and the crew. I guess you'll be covering Broken Bow, but we'll have the crew there covering the game for the homecoming game, and they'll have things all around They always have things going on around the field.
Yeah.
For almost all their games, but I'm especially thinking of a homecoming.
Yeah. Great area matchup for homecoming. Of course, you think about the proximity of the two teams. I mean, South Loop would be Arnold and Callaway. Sandhills Valley is Stapleton and McPherson County. So it's a good rivalry game for homecoming. And, yes, we will broadcast it for you on KBBN Radio tonight. Jeremy Shipe and Larry Cotner will be there to call the game for you. And we'll have it for you tonight on KBBN Radio, kickoff at 7.
Little retro fun in the park tomorrow.
Okay.
The Bobcats take on the Cardinals.
Oh, nice.
In a tug of war.
Great.
And also other adult games include the sack races, bottle kick, hula hoop, and egg race.
All right.
Just to name a few. And they'll also have driver's ed golf cart style, which is a gas to watch. They have to do all kinds of crazy things, blindfolded and backing up and that sort of thing. They're also having a show, Bad Guys, at the Rialto Theater as well at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. So there's just a full day of fun. They'll have the homecoming tonight, the big game, and then the celebration tomorrow with the parade mid-morning. That's all happening, and we think maybe you should go. Have some fun. All right, let's take a look at those school lunch menus and see what's happening there today. And what do I do with my pen? There it is. Oh, I got so excited yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
I was in the newsroom getting ready to record, and I looked in the jar where the pens are.
Yes.
And there was a pen like this, clear full of ink. I thought,
Ah,
what crazy person
scored.
that works here would leave that in the jar?
Oh, boy.
So I got it out to write something down, and it was red ink.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that because I grabbed it out of there to, well, actually, it was to write a note for you for a phone message yesterday, and I grabbed that pen, and I kind of was thinking the same thing, and then I'm like, oh, it's red ink. I didn't know we had one of those around. I didn't know we had a pen with red ink that even existed around here.
Yes, we're talking about the B2P recycled pens that everybody likes here. But I thought, oh, man, we're going to score on a full pen here that nobody wants, evidently, because it's in the jar. And that's the reason, red ink.
So what? I mean, okay, so it's red ink. It writes well, but what makes you stay away from red ink? Because I immediately put it back. I'm like, well, I don't want this pen. It's red ink. And I think it just brought back horrible memories of going through school, seeing way too much red ink on a paper.
That is exactly
it?
right. I believe it had to do with our childhoods,
I think
like so many things. And when you got a paper and you didn't even see the actual score of your paper, but you saw a lot of red ink,
Yes.
yeah, you knew it wasn't good.
Uh-huh.
Arcadia schools today, chicken nuggets.
All right. Well, I have a handful of my school lunch menus here are people without having school. Gothenburg, no school. Sargent, no school today.
Okay. Arnold schools having Cristitos.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to help you much here, Dave, because Sandhills is having no school today.
Well, what the heck's going on? Litchfield today, walking tacos. Let me roll through these and see if I've just got the ones that are having school. They're having pig in a blanket and mac and cheese at Ansley today. Prairie Pioneer Center today, chef salad with taco meat, cottage cheese, and crackers and fruit. I'll roll through these. It's amazing how papers can stick together, isn't it?
And I do have a couple here.
Okay.
Kozad, I can give you theirs. Classic noodle bowl, also cheesy barbecue beef on a bun, and the pizza bar and sub hub at Kozad today.
Broken Bow schools today, it's Pizza Hut pizza, fresh baked zesty combo sub, uncrustable cheese and cracker platter, grilled station combo features the spicy chicken sandwich basket.
And Callaway School today showing potato bar on the lunch menu at Callaway.
Pepperoni pizza at Anselmo Myrna, uncrustable cheese and cracker platter today. I'm going to separate those two. A little rotation there because they have the same company, and so a lot of times it's the same menu, but a little different. Okay. All right. There's so many things coming up, folks, that we have to put our minds on to make sure that we tell you about. And one of those is coming up pretty quickly on Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about that a little more this morning. The teammates are going to be benefiting from the Dine at Runza on Tuesday, September 23rd. 10% of the sales will be donated to the teammates programs within this area. So thank you very much for doing that. And then, sticking with the Runza theme, on Friday of next week, a week from today, you'll be able to purchase a breakfast Runza sandwich. I don't. It's not really a sandwich.
2 weeks from today.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. 2 weeks from today, on October 3rd, we'll be there. It might be a little cool in the morning by then.
Make them taste even better.
Yeah. So put that on your calendar. Yes, 2 weeks from today. And we'll be there because we're going to have our gourd stand there, and I'm thinking about how we're going to price those out. I'm hoping it'll be kind of a free will donation thing with a minimum bid or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll hope that gives us a little more time to grow those and have them available for you. But get there early. They're going to open up at 6 o'clock on the 3rd of October, and they're going to sell out fast.
Yes, it'll be while supplies last.
You can only buy 4 at a time. You can only, if you're in a car, you can only buy 4. If you go inside, you can only buy 4.
Yep.
They're $5 each, or if you want to give more than that, you can, because all the proceeds that day go to the Inclusive Playground Fund.
Mm-hmm.
All right, our guest is here, so let's test our guest knowledge on trivia as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready for you guys. Good morning.
Good morning,
Hi, Travis. How are you?
I'm good. You?
Good. All right, so the game?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're asking questions about famous people who were born in September.
Ooh.
This one has to do with baseball.
You might get that one, Travis.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of baseball.
This New York Yankees slugger was born on September 10th, 1934.
Oh, that's... Ooh.
In 1961, he broke Babe Ruth's single-season home run record by belting 61 round trippers. In the year 1961, I still think that is such a cool statistic. Can you identify him? Your choices are Yogi Berra, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, or Joe DiMaggio. This New York Yankees slugger was born on September 10th, 1934. In 1961, he broke Babe Ruth's single-season home run record. Was it Yogi Berra, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, or Joe DiMaggio? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
And they will, if they answer correctly, or we will, on your behalf, if you answer correctly, give a $5 donation to the Inclusive Playground Fund. And what else you got there?
Free drink at the Secret Garden today.
All right. Call us at 872-2801.
No, there ain't nothing like the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Are you sidelined with an injury? Team Physical Therapy can help at 872-5111. With fall sports and activities getting underway, let the Movement Rehabilitation Specialist get you back into shape. 872-5111. Don't let that back, neck, knee, or shoulder injury prevent you from doing what you love best. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, Team Physical Therapy will get you back in the game. 872-5111, or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
Hey everyone, this is Rex Burkhead. Tune in on Thursday, September 25th for the 13th annual Team Jack Radiothon presented by the Home Agency. All day long, you'll hear incredible stories of kids fighting brain cancer, and you'll have the chance to make a real difference by funding research. Mark your calendars, September 25th, and join us for the Team Jack Radiothon. Together, we can fight for a cure. Don't wait. Donate now at teamjackfoundation.org to join the fight.
Listen to the Team Jack Radiothon on KCNI, brought to you locally by the Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Bruning Bank, the Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill, Grocery Cart, Ideal Realty, Barney Pharmacy, Borders and Furrow Law Office, Broken Bow Auto Parts, and Mead Lumber. The Team Jack Radiothon throughout the day on KCNI Thursday the 25th.
All right. Surprised we didn't get a call. What's the correct answer on that?
Yeah, the New York Yankees slugger who broke Babe Ruth's single-season home run record was Roger Maris.
Roger Maris. What a year that was. I wonder, then, if I could ask our guest, Travis Hansen from Revolution Group, if, let's say, back in 61, because I can remember those days, I was old enough, as a kid, if I would have started putting, just a little money away in 61, how rich would I be now?
You know what? I would have done really well for you. There's a little bit of time between now and 1961. And again, the biggest, tool for anybody investing is time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that would have done well. But Dave, I was going to start off this morning say I was disappointed I didn't get a call that you won the Powerball, because last time I was in, it was right before that.
Oh, yeah.
You were going to buy me a nice dinner, and I didn't get the call. So,
Travis, I didn't even get one number on that little ticket, which I hardly ever buy, and I thought I'd at least get one, or maybe win $100 or $200, and I can't take you out at all. I'm broke, man.
well, that's okay. We can have a ham sandwich in the parking lot maybe later on. But no, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Yeah, appreciate you having me in. Again, Revolution Group, for those of your listeners that haven't heard yet, Revolution Group, we're a Nebraska-based firm. We do custom wealth strategies for everybody and everything that goes into that, all the planning, all of the help with transitions in life and all of that. Revolution Group, we're a one-stop shop for that. We have a great team on hand, and so we're connecting with clients. Again, the firm is based out of Omaha, but I'm out here in Broken Bow, and serving everybody out here, which has been a really, really great thing these last couple months. So
Good. I'm interested in all of it. I think you have a great service and product here, or products, because I think there's a lot of different things you can draw to help people invest wisely. But you kind of lean towards investments that are not talked about as often in other arenas, right?
yeah, no, that's a great way to say that, Dave. Again, we don't sell anything. We sit on the same side of the desk as our clients, so that's really important to us. We have some core values, and that first one is client first. And so, we will never come to a client and say, hey, we think you should invest in this because I'm going to get a commission off of it. So that's not what we do. We build custom portfolios for people. We have access to private investments that a lot of firms don't have access to. We're born out of that family office space, which is and basically just a way to say, that's how the ultra wealthy always had invested their money, more than just stocks and bonds. It was in, real estate and private equity and private credit and infrastructure and about 12 or 13 different asset classes that we have access to. And so when Revolution Group was formed, we wanted to bring that way of investing to more everyday Nebraskans. And it's been received fantastically. We're one of the fastest growing firms in the state, so it's been really great. Last time that we were in, Dave, we had talked about transitions and the importance of leaning into those transitions, and especially when it comes to families and generations, and whether that's an agricultural operation that's going to have a change, leaning into that transitioning and helping clients to manage that wealth through that transition, or businesses that would be changing hands or going down to the next generation, or even a transition as simple as, I've worked my whole life, I've saved well in my 401k, but now I'm going to transition into actually being retired. What does that look like? And we had a good discussion last time, but I just wanted to circle back to that a little bit and remind the listeners, if there is a transition in your life coming up, to reach out and to start that planning early on, and partner with people you trust. Give us a call, and we can work that all the aspects of that transition, with you. We can help partner with other people to make sure that those transitions are going well. But this morning, I thought it'd be fun to go over a couple, frequently asked questions.
Okay.
I've been getting some questions and a couple of them keep popping up, and I thought, this would be great to just jump in on the radio and put it out to the listeners. One of the first questions that I get when we're talking about investments and performance, especially, is 1% more really that big of a deal? On your investments, is 1% more even really that big of a deal? And the fact of the matter is, and we alluded to it when we were talking about time earlier, in the show, that if you have 1% more that you earn on your investment portfolio over your lifetime, that's going to double what you end up with. If you have 2% more, it's going to triple what you end up with. So performance is so important. And, we strive, we hold ourselves to a very high standard as far as that goes. And so we always strive to beat benchmarks that we measure that, and with our clients, we always strive to beat those benchmarks. because those reasons are so important, right? If 1% more means that you end up with double at the end of your life, what does that mean for the next generation, right? And so the math never lies, right? And we can always look back on historical performance and see, on average, the average investor that has their money managed with somebody, they're underperforming the market benchmarks to the tune of about 4%. So if 1% is that big of a deal, 2% is a triple deal. What's 4%? And that's they're underperforming on an average of 4%, and that's again after tax, right? So the custom portfolios that Revolution Group builds out, we strive to be very tax efficient. Taxes are an important part of every conversation that we have, and so we incorporate your investment strategy into that. And so our portfolios again are very tax efficient, and so your tax equivalent yield, your after tax money is actually higher than what your paper return is. And so that's super important. So again, the question of, is 1% more really that big of a deal? The answer is yes. It's a significant deal. Another question that I get is, do I have to take more risk in my investments to get that higher percent? And that's a common, belief out there. And I mean, if you surveyed 100 people on the street, probably 98 of them would say, well, yeah, you have to take more risk to get more return. That's simply not always the case. And especially as we start to look into different asset classes, again, history and math never lies. One example would be the NCREIF property index, which is it's an index that takes into consideration real estate, right, and investing into real estate over time. And if we track that, with the S&P 500, the real estate index has greatly outperformed what the S&P 500 has done over time, and it's done with significantly less risk and volatility. And so, just looking at a different asset class, as you build out a portfolio for somebody, you can have a higher return with less risk. Another example would be the Cambridge Private Equity Index would be a very similar example. Compare that to the S&P 500, and it's outperformed over time, and it's done so with less risk. And risk is measurable. Within this world, standard deviation and beta. Those are all numbers that we can derive from these different investments and actually measure the risk. And so again, another question and common misconception would be that you have to take more risk to get a higher return. It's simply not the case. You just need access to better options, right? Another question that I've got a couple different times, and this is a big one, is I can't sell my real estate because of capital gains taxes. Everybody kind of has that in the back of their mind, like, oh, I can't sell that because I'm going to have to pay a bunch of taxes on it. Well, that's not always the case. And so, what we've done is we'll sit down with clients and, work through those options, right? And say, okay, well, let's actually call it what it is, right? Sometimes, people are fearful of things that they can't even articulate or have the information of. Information's power, right? Every time. So if we can help a client completely understand the situation, they can make a better decision. And sometimes that decision is, hey, actually it does make sense to sell off this piece of real estate. The capital gains taxes are not that significant. And then also what we can do on the investment side of things is we can help offset some of those capital gains taxes with investments that we're doing. But the really exciting part is you can take a piece of real estate that maybe isn't performing all that well. Maybe you're not getting a lot of income off of it. You can sell that and you can invest that into a balanced portfolio with us, and you can earn back those capital gains taxes in a short amount of time, maybe even as short as a year and a half. And then you have an investment portfolio that's gaining significantly better than what the real estate was doing. So, again, knowledge is power, right? And so if people are fearful of, oh, I can't do this because of capital gains taxes, or I can't do this, let's have that conversation. I love to get together with people and give them that knowledge, give them that power so that they can make better decisions for themselves. And that's really what we do. Again, one thing I want to reiterate to everybody is that, Revolution Group and how we approach things, it's custom, and it's based on your situation. So many people think, well, investments are, I'll just get thrown into a balance model. That's not what we're doing. We're going to get together with our clients. We're going to learn all about their situation, all about their their dynamics in their family. We're going to find out, okay, all about their income situation. Where are you at on your taxes? And, how does your investment goals play into all of that and work with everybody? So, but, again, the, a handful of, question and answers that we've got over this past year has been fun. I thought it'd be a good thing to throw out there. But.
Those are good questions to answer. I'm sure each one requires a lot more conversation to customize to their needs. I do have one thought. Earlier in your conversation, you were talking about transitions, and my wife worked for a lawyer years ago, and she still talks about it today. She says, "Dave, I've seen some awful things happen to families who are making that transition and didn't have a communication and an understanding of what was going to happen with that property and who was going to get what and how that was going to be applied. That destroyed families."
Mm-hmm.
So you're actually helping families, I think, cooperate and stay together with a true plan, right?
Yeah, you know what? I love that you brought that up. That's one of the saddest things that can happen is, during a transition, if there is miscommunication that happens, and lots of times it's miscommunicated expectations. Somebody has an expectation that hasn't been communicated, and it's not part of the plan, and then they end up hurt or disappointed, and then it can unravel from there, right?
Yeah.
And so we work with families all the time, and we stress, communicate early, communicate often. Again, as we talk about our core values, that's one of our core values at the firm level is communicate early and often, and very clearly. And I would encourage families that are looking forward at those transitions, again, communicate what those expectations are, and get everything out on the table. And when we see those transitions go well, communication's a key part of that. And expectations are communicated. It's also communicated. Who are we partnering with during this process? Right. What attorneys are we partnering with? What wealth advising firm are we partnering with? Hopefully that's us. Give us a call, because we shine in this space, and so we get everybody at that table, and we lay out the plan and execute it. And when expectations are communicated early and often, people walk away better. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because that is a pitfall that we see sometimes.
You've heard it before. Yeah, I don't speak to my brother anymore. We don't get along when the farm was sold, and something like that is more common than you might think.
Yeah.
And it's too bad.
Yeah. And so many times, I think if you look at that situation, you can trace that back to where somebody put off a decision or put off a plan or you know what I mean? It's like, we'll deal with that later, and then later never comes. And then all of a sudden, then you're executing something because you have to, because your back's up against the wall, and you didn't have a good plan in place. So yeah, again, back to the transitions. It's so key. Plan early and often, and communicate that early and often. Absolutely. But
and I think that the lawyers would appreciate that too.
Yes.
I mean, because they sometimes get put in a position that they're the referee when the families didn't understand what was going to happen and who was going to get what.
Right. And what I would stress to the listeners again is it can be a really positive experience. And that's what we see is when it's done well, it's a really positive experience, and people walk away feeling taken care of and heard, and that's our goal. That's what we want to have during those transition periods. Absolutely. But again, if anybody has any questions, we'd love to have those conversations. People can give me a call at 402-933-3371. You can send me an email at thanson@revgroupllc.com, or check us out on the website, revgroupllc.com. Again, bringing this top level of investing to this area is exciting. It's so great to have access to what we're providing, which, typically somebody would have had to drive 3-4 hours to go find. They don't have to now. I'm bringing it to them. So give us a call. We're happy to talk.
All right, Travis, thanks a lot. Always interesting. Come back when you have time.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
News is next on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Late-night talk show host lined up in Jimmy Kimmel's corner after ABC suspended him indefinitely over comments about murdered conservative activist Charlie Kirk. CBS's Stephen Colbert, whose own show goes away in May.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in unsettling times with rising autocracy targeting America's most vulnerable. Talk show hosts.
Chinese state media report President Trump and Xi Jinping are on the phone right now on a deal to save TikTok. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
The deal, says Trump, would remove China's ownership from the social media app. President Trump and the previous administration both cited national security concerns for banning TikTok in the U.S.
Officials in Washington state believe they've found the remains of a father who disappeared after murdering his 3 young daughters in May.
We're able to get a on-the-ground confirmation they were human remains. We've since collected some items from that and sending it off to Washington State Patrol's crime lab to see if we can get DNA confirmation if it is Mr. Decker.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere. From dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
In Nebraska news, in a story released by the NDOT, this Saturday, September 20th, the long-anticipated Nebraska versus Michigan football game will mean heavy traffic in and around Lincoln. The Nebraska Department of Transportation is encouraging Husker fans to use the Nebraska 511 website and app. This no-cost resource provides real-time travel information, including road conditions, traffic speeds, updates on road work, closures and crashes, roadside camera images, and a customized alert specific routes and events. It also offers shortcuts to quickly view road reports for the Lincoln and Omaha metro area, and the app offers hands-free, eyes-free audio notifications for traffic events. The Nebraska 511 site can be accessed by visiting 511.nebraska.gov, while the app can be downloaded via the App Store for iPhones or the Google Play Store. The NDOT suggests signing up for a 511 account so users can save custom routes and areas, pin cameras to their dashboard, and set up SMS alerts. The NDOT reminds fans to buckle up and put the phone down. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Martin Weiss.
The Bills beat the Dolphins 31-21. Josh Allen throwing 3 touchdowns and 213 yards through the air. Tua Tagovailoa threw 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and that interception came with 3 minutes left. It pretty much sealed the game for Buffalo. Dolphins are now 1-14 in the last 15 against Bills. The Dodgers announced that 3-time Cy Young Award winner Clayton Kershaw will retire at the end of this season. His final home start coming Friday against the Giants. The Dodgers beat the Giants on Thursday 2-1. The Mariners and Astros now tied for first in the AL West after Seattle beat Kansas City 2-0. The Guardians 3.5 games back from the AL Central leading Tigers after a 3-1 victory at Detroit, and Cleveland's won 7 games in a row. Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels did not practice for the second day in a row as he's recovering from a knee sprain. And the Indiana Fever and Las Vegas Aces advanced to the second round of the WNBA playoff.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Chance of thunderstorms today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Highs level off around 67. Northerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows around 48. Tonight, slight chance for showers. Highs level off around 72 with fog in spots early tomorrow, cloudy skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Is your current financial advisor really listening to you, or just waiting for his or her turn to talk? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we are here, ready to listen. We want to know what's important to you. We want to learn about your goals so that together we can put you on the financial path that's right for you. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
All right, let's go outside on this beautiful Friday morning and find out what it really feels like with Happy Jack Simpson. Jack, what's it like out there?
Well, honestly, it's a little bit chilly this morning. 48 degrees now as of right now. The clouds are actually rolling in right now. We do have a little bit of sun, but it is mostly cloudy. No winds as of right now. Barometric pressure at 30.08. Humidity 97%. No rain in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month at 2 inches and 82 hundredths. A high yesterday of 65 with an overnight low of 46. Sun sets today 7:40 and the sunrise tomorrow 7:24. Definitely road construction going on. I don't know if we can hear the equipment going on or not. So
we can hear it. Where's it at?
So we have a truck backing up right on the Memorial Drive Road, and then one over next to the house next to us. So
okay,
2 spots right now. I definitely see that we have the wait for pilot car sign back up out front here. So
at our driveway?
At our driveway, indeed.
That's good to know. Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
All right, construction continues on this beautiful Friday as well.
Yeah.
Nice morning out there. Kind of a crisp morning, as we would term it. All right. Oh, I know what.
Yes?
It's Dave, pick a song, Brent, pick a song.
Oh, wow.
Today.
Oh, my.
They'll be different, I'm sure.
Probably.
Because my first one, I've got queued and ready to go, is from a gentleman who played at the South Loop Blues Fest 2 different times. And it was this song that got me turned on to Tabwinois. So here he is, Killin' Floor, on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
All day long, you'll hear incredible stories of kids fighting brain cancer, and you'll have the chance to make a real difference by funding research. Mark your calendars, September 25th, and join us for the Team Jack Radiothon. Together, we can fight for a cure. Don't wait. Donate now at teamjackfoundation.org to join the fight.
Listen to the Team Jack Radiothon on KCNI, brought to you locally by the Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Bruning Bank, the Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill, Grocery Cart, Ideal Realty, Barney Pharmacy, Borders and Furrow Law Office, Broken Bow Auto Parts, and Mead Lumber. The Team Jack Radiothon throughout the day on KCNI Thursday the 25th.
It is about 13 past the hour of 8 o'clock, and Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Gary sent a note, says, "Good morning, Dave and Brent. Since the Cubs have secured a playoff spot,
yes,
wouldn't Go Cubs Go be an appropriate song selection by Brent?"
Oh, trust me, it's right there in the forefront of my mind. I was going to request it, but I don't know if you can play it. I'm guessing it's not in the rotation. It should be, but I'm guessing it's not.
I'm sure it isn't. Thanks a lot, Gary.
I could just sing it for you if you like.
Oh, gosh, no.
Go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are going to win today.
Oh.
Well, do they very often?
Yeah. You know, Colleen.
We had a rough night last night, though. Man, we had a guy, 11 strikeouts, went 7 innings, gave up 1 run,
Jeez.
and then we got 1 hit by the other team and lost 1-0.
Well, they won't last long in the playoffs like that.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Dave. Yeah.
That could be a short little joyous trip.
Well, I guarantee you they won't last long because I ordered my playoff T-shirt, and it says arriving by October 2nd. And so I looked at the layout for the playoffs. I'm guessing I'll get the shirt the day that we're eliminated from the playoffs. That's my luck. I hope not, but who knows?
I hope not for your sake,
yes.
Brent. But I'm sorry, Gary. Great suggestion. Just don't happen to have that song.
It's not available at the moment.
Colleen Gates, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. You're here on behalf of teammates.
Yes.
So that's the hat you have on today?
That's the hat I have on today, yes.
Okay. Well, we have a few things to talk about, and we've been talking about coming up on Tuesday, the 23rd, next week. 10% of the sales that day go to the area teammates programs, correct?
Right. It'll be split between Broken Bow and Selma Myrna and Callaway.
Okay, great. And again, I know you appreciate Runs of doing what they do.
Oh, we really do. It's a great benefit. Number one, the monetary funds, but also just getting the word out about teammates. Mm-hmm. And they do this all across the state. It's not just our local chapter, but it is all across the state they do it. So it is a wonderful thing that they do.
It is. I think they have a certain amount of events they do each year across the state, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I get to learn. The last couple of years, I've actually been in the back wrapping up runzas and helping get all the orders that we have for some of the schools and stuff like that. So I have a different appreciation for them.
Yeah, I bet you do.
You talk about Runza doing this statewide, but they do concentrate right on the local businesses because this Runza, what is raised here, will stay here. Right? Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it is Runza statewide does it, but each one benefits the schools in their area.
In their area. Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure of the ones in Lincoln and Omaha if they do separate it by area of town or whatever. Yeah. I'm not sure, but yes, they do it by general area and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. So when you helped last time, what did you get to do?
I mainly got to, I was wrapping up the runzas. I also got to put the cheese on the runzas. They are very hot when they come out of the oven.
Showing hot and fresh, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, hot and fresh. But yes, they are. It's like, all right, now are they cool enough to touch?
Well, I bet it was kind of fun to see what they do. It's hard work.
It is. It is a lot of work back there, and you're really rushed or whatever to try to get everything done on time because we have special orders from the schools and some from businesses, and then they have their regular business so they have a lot of work going on back there, and there's not a lot of extra room.
No, it's pretty tight.
Yes.
And I'm glad you brought that up because you have your customers that drive through or walk in, and 10% of the proceeds are forwarded to those teammates. But then that's kind of cool because you have a lot of pre-orders from businesses and schools that, we don't talk about that very much. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, we've had pre-orders from the schools for the last couple years, but this year we've taken some from a few businesses and stuff in town, so that's been nice too.
Yeah, and I think Joyce was saying the other day at a meeting I attended that when they have their breakfast runs of sales on October 3rd, the school has already decided they want quite a number of them ahead of time. So there'll be a running start on that. So it's all a team effort, right?
It is.
Yeah.
And we appreciate Runza so much for their support.
Yeah, Joyce and Kevin, clear back to their Pizza Hut days, have always been community-minded.
Yes, they have been.
And I think part of it is they come from another community about this size, Ainsworth, a little smaller, but they understand the importance of community activities and teamwork.
Yes, really, your smaller towns seem to have a whole lot more. I grew up in a bigger town, and I didn't really feel it until I actually moved to Broken Bow.
Mm-hmm. And again, you told us where you grew up.
I grew up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Sioux Falls, yeah.
When it was a lot smaller than it is now.
Yeah, it's grown a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah, when I left, it was 75,000. Now it's 240,000.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah, it's a little bigger.
That's a little growth spurt. Jeez. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, talk a little bit about teammates. I think we've had you and others on the air a lot. I think people understand kind of how it works, but the need for the mentors, right?
Mentors, yes, we're mentors.
I always get those turned around. In other words, there's plenty of kids that would like to have an adult be their friend.
Right at this moment in time, even though we've picked up 3 new mentors already this year, we have 9 mentees that do not have matches.
Okay.
And stuff. There was, I think, 2 left from last year that we did not get matches, and then we've had, I want to say 7 additional, but we've actually had more than that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are, I know enough about you to know that you're a busy lady. You have a lot going on.
Yeah.
And you could say, I just can't do this. It just takes too much time out of my day. And you seem to enjoy it enough that you are adamant about it.
Well, yeah. Pretty much everyone takes a lunch hour.
Yeah.
Instead of going home or out to eat or whatever, you go to the school and meet with your teammates. So to me, it's not any extra time or anything like that. Every once in a while, I have to change days because every week it doesn't always work out on the day. We try to choose one day so they always know when you're going to be there. Mm-hmm. And we try to be there pretty much every week unless something's going on, you're out of town, sick, whatever. But you try to be there. They'd like you to be there 20 times throughout the year at least.
20 times, okay.
20 times. But it's, you just meet with them for lunch. We've played games. We eat lunch. We talk. A lot of times my teammate, the one I have now, always has a circle of friends with her. So I've gotten to know not just her, but several other kids. And 2 of them have already became teammates last year.
Because they liked it. Yeah.
Yes. And stuff. So this year's a little different. We're now at the junior high. And
yes.
I went last week, and because of MAPS testing and everything like that, the schedules were all messed up, so I didn't get to see her. Mm-hmm. But I went yesterday, and it's just going to the school. That's the first time I've been in the junior high school since all the renovations. And even the cafeteria area, which is mainly where we're at, is just so different in the walk-in. And it is definitely
definitely a different look, huh?
Yes. But now it's going to be working and getting the feel for the, new way, because we had a room that we always went to last year, and this year we started out in the cafeteria the other day. We may end up, but it's just getting to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Just like them, they're getting used to
Right.
sixth grade, which is a huge difference from fifth grade.
Yeah.
We'll have a
Well,
different
remember
experience.
when we were kids, and as you moved up in the grades, it was a little nerve-wracking when you're going to be with older kids sometimes and all of that.
Yeah, you go from the fifth grade where you're the high,
Yeah.
you're the top echelon. You kind of go back to the bottom, or
Starting
whatever.
all over.
Starting all over. But you know all the kids.
Yeah, yeah.
That was one thing I liked here, that the kids always knew. Most of the people when I grew up, we went from all these like 12 different grade schools, and they combined them together into one junior high.
Wow.
And so you might know one person in your class.
Yeah. Yeah,
So that was different.
That's a lot different deal.
Yeah, but-
Well, I think it's so good for them to have somebody else to talk to outside of their family, maybe even outside of those groups of kids you're talking about, because sometimes just a conversation with somebody that you become friends with is all you need. That's what it's
Right.
all about, really.
It really is. We don't want to be a teacher. We don't want to be a parent. We just want to be there for them. And, if they want to talk, that's what we want to do. If they want to do something else, then we're, willing to do something else. It's just getting to know them and just be there for them.
You've went through the procedures that are required, the background checks and so forth. Any problems there?
No. You fill out your application, and you have to list some friends and people that know you, friends, family, and they will check them out. Every 3 years, I get a little form that says, is it okay to redo your background checks? We have to redo them every 3 years, and say yes. And my people that I had put down as my references a while ago never said anything. I still know them and I'm friends with them, and they've never said they've gotten calls or anything. But I don't know if they just go, exactly how in-depth that second and third one is. But the first one, you get a regular full background check just to make sure that,
Well, it
you're
makes sense.
trusting
Well,
the
sure.
kids you're with you. So
Yeah, that's important, but not prohibitive, right?
Right.
Okay.
And-
If somebody out there is listening and you've sparked some interest,
Mm-hmm.
can they call you? I know Deb McCaslin. Who do they contact?
They can contact Deb or myself. Mathia at the grade school is our coordinator this year,
Okay.
and she's also the counselor at the grade school. You can also, if you're interested, you can go to teammates.org and apply right online.
Yeah. That'd be a slick way to do it.
It is. I mean, that's really, even if you talk to the people, you still have to go online to fill out the application and submit it and stuff. But it's not a difficult application or anything like that. But yeah, and we are definitely always looking for more mentors. We are looking also at doing, discussing possibly going to like a UNK volleyball game this year.
Do some outside.
We
school
do
things.
some outside activities with the kids, as well as having our normal meetings and stuff. So
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate your time. I do know you're busy. I do want to. Do you have time to answer a question
Sure.
for me? You see these gourds up here? They were left by the door night before last, and they have names on them. And as you can see, the bigger one
It's
says
beautiful.
Brent-
It is. It's a beautiful gourd.
kind of a two-toner.
Whose name is on that?
It says Brent Happy Appy.
Yeah.
Parentheses. See that little one that's not nearly as big, kind of won't stand up on its own.
Kind of has warts all over it.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it ugly because warts are beautiful, or I should say gourds are beautiful in their own way.
Yeah.
But it says Dave on it. So let me ask you, why do you think the person who brought that by gave Brent the most beautiful, large gourd and me the small, somewhat shriveled gourd?
I'm not sure. Maybe he thought you had plenty of your own gourds since you were the one that grew them.
Good answer.
Otherwise, I'm not sure,
Okay.
Dave. I think you should have had one the same size.
Well, thank you, Colleen. I appreciate that very much and appreciate you coming in today.
Yeah. How'd your gourds do?
Out back?
Yeah.
They're doing good. Yeah. I'm curious, once we get into all of the vines, how many we'll find that we didn't know about. But it looks like it's been a decent crop.
Well, with all the wet weather we've had this year, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I should have planted them a little more out in the open to get a little more sun, I think. But I thought, gosh, when the wind blows and it storms and it possibly hails, the tree might actually save some of them. So I don't know. If we do this something like this next year, I may gamble and put it right out in the middle. But
hey, Colleen, before you go,
yes.
I just want to say thanks to teammates. Last week at the football game, I think you had a table set up, and one of the people there tossed me a little football.
Yes.
And it really works great as a stress ball.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know that when Broken Bow goes for it on fourth down, I'm really squeezing that thing, and it's really come in handy. So thank you for teammates giving me that last week.
We gave a full case of them
Did
out.
Ya?
A lot of them to the kids or whatever.
Right.
They really enjoyed them. But yeah, they are a great stress reliever.
Yes.
What stresses do we have? We live in Custer County, central Nebraska.
Yeah.
I have a worry stone on my desk.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing how that works too. You just kind of rub it.
They help, don't they?
They really can.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, you don't think they won't, but they just the action of doing it and just rubbing, it really just calms you down.
Well, when I hear you get calmer during your broadcast, I'll know you're squeezing.
Yes, exactly. You'll know the reason. It's thanks to teammates.
Appreciate you. Come on back anytime. We'll take a timeout.
I love the morning show. Wake up with us. We sound way better than this. KCNI KBBN Radio.
Some secrets just can't be kept, like the savings this Friday and Saturday at the Secret Garden. Save 25% off fall decor. And don't forget to enjoy a delicious smoothie or frappe while you shop. Or grab a $5 lunch. Open every Friday from 11:30 to 4:30 and every Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. The Secret Garden, 25% off fall decor this weekend. Proverbs 12 verse 25 says, "Worry weighs a person down. An encouraging word cheers a person up." The Secret Garden, located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
Harvest is here, and that means long days, big jobs, and no time for breakdowns. At Agland ATV, we're stocked with the Polaris machines and accessories that help keep you moving through the busiest season of the year. Need a dependable Ranger to haul tools, parts, or gear? Need extra storage or a bigger cab to haul the crew? We've got it all ready to go. Stop in today at Agland ATV on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Let's get through harvest the Polaris way.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
Hi, this is Carson Leaphart with Burning Bank. As the leaves change and the harvest comes in, there's a familiar rhythm in the air, the pace of progress and the pull of home. At Burning Bank, we know fall isn't just about cooler weather or shorter days, it's about preparing for what's next. We are here with local decisions, ag lending, business support, and personalized service built for your farm, family, and your future. This fall, let's build, grow, and thrive together. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
At Gothenburg Health, we understand that women's health is personal. That's why our clinic and specialty clinic offers comprehensive family practice, obstetric services, and an OBGYN specialist to support you in every stage of a woman's life. From routine exams and prenatal care to specialized treatments, our experienced providers and specialists are here to guide and care for you with the sensitivity you deserve. Schedule your appointment today and experience the difference. Gothenburg Health Clinic and Specialty Clinic, helping people live their best lives.
Aero Aviation is happy to have served the area since 1971, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Their aircraft is equipped with the latest in GPS guidance and flow control technology, and they're always searching for the next big thing in aviation. Contact Casey and Melissa Williams at 872-5113 and talk to them about your fall pasture spraying. That's Aero Aviation, proud to serve Custer County and surrounding areas.
8:32 is your time. Thanks for listening to the Breakfast Show on a Friday. Now, a little bit nervous about asking Casey how her day's going. She's a little worked up right now. But Casey is here from Mid-Plains Community College, and she's made it here safely. Now,
thank goodness it's Friday. Let's just put it that way, okay?
I'm looking out the window, Doug's window. I can see the traffic going by. So the pilot car is headed north, if you're wondering out there, because you hope you hit the pilot car kind of seamlessly and, get to go the direction you want to go, but you did not.
Well, I hate to complain. One of my traits is positivity, but
I have an idea on this.
Yes.
Okay. You know how you can go to the Nebraska Department of Roads in the wintertime, and they'll have the cameras to show you the roads?
Yeah.
We need to set up a camera wherever they're starting the pilot car. You know what I'm saying? And you can just bring it up on your phone and see if the line's moving or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Does that only work in the winter? Or
well, I don't know, and I don't know.
No, I think it's all
probably,
year.
Probably.
There's just not much to look at in July.
And I don't know where all the cameras are positioned at, but I know that in the wintertime I brought up live pictures or video of what a roadway looks like.
That's not a bad idea.
Huh?
You guys could add a little service to where you call when the pilot car goes that way and say, okay, now get in your car now.
Go.
Hey, here we go. We could sponsor this. we could just send Jack out there and just have him sit there and then do a report every time the light goes yellow and red.
I'm sure he would love that.
I don't know. We have a little risk factor there, Brent.
What's that?
Well, you saw Jack drive over a pile of asphalt.
Yes, that's true.
To get in the driveway. I don't know.
I tell you what, it is going to be fantastic. I drive down the road now, and it's so smooth, and so you just feel like you're just driving on a pillow.
Yeah.
It's great. And it's going to be great when it goes up past, on past the radio station around the corner. It's going to be great. It's just right now, it's really hard to time that just right. And but we're making it through. But there is a pilot car today, folks. So if you have to come out this direction,
it's back around
be
this area.
careful. Yeah.
And I think it looks like, we're certainly not road experts, but it does look like this shoulder work, which is a good sign, because that means they've got enough layers on the main part of the road now that they're going to be working on the shoulders, which should mean they're getting closer to being able to put painted lines on, and away we go. Now, quit laughing at me.
It's never going to end.
Well, it's gonna, like you said, it's gonna be really, really nice, and when it's all said and done, it's something we've been asking for, actually. So.
It is.
And
that's
needing.
the thing. I think about all of those meetings and news articles and just everything that we did to get this to happen. Now we have to just live with it for a while, but that means perpetually 10 minutes late.
Patience,
Yes.
Casey, patience.
So I guess a segue here would be, if you have a class at the college, kind of keep that in your mind, right?
Yes.
About planning accordingly to be to class on time.
We have had, and I feel so bad for our students because they're very responsible, and they have been having to call and say, I'm sitting out, I can see the front door, but I can't get there. And they've had to call, and, we chuckle about. But this morning I ran into the same situation, and, we have an 8 o'clock class, and I'm sitting there at 7:50 going, this isn't going to happen. But, you do feel for the students that are trying to come in. So give yourself a little extra time. Don't do what I did.
Well, I'm going to stick this out there. And we'll probably get into a discussion about how to pronounce the last name, but Dan Lewandowski he heads up the Department of Roads here in this area. And he came out a long, long time ago and gave us fair warning.
Yeah.
What was going to happen. And I think because of the nature of human beings, we're talking exactly about. We wanted it, we asked for it, we begged for it, we got it, and now we're, unsettled about it, and his job has got to be a bit difficult. So Thank you, Dan. When it's all over with, come out, we'll break a bottle of champagne out here on the highway.
Hey, yeah, I like that.
Like a boat.
Yeah. Anyway, you got to the college, and
Yes.
you can get to the college, and
Yes.
there's also other ways to study at Mid-Plains online and so forth, but the cards are out.
I did. I brought a card with me today because I happen to have one in my pickup. So these are hot off the press. These are going to be hitting mailboxes if they haven't already, sometime maybe today or early next week. These should have went out. I'm pretty sure they're out already. So this is detailing our upcoming classes. Now, again, we love our postcards because they do hit a lot of people and we get to put our name in front of a lot of people. But so many things have been added since we printed this postcard. So when you get this and you look at this, go, oh, this is great. It's not quite what I'm looking for. Give us a call. If there's something that you're looking for that's not on here, we may have already added it. So just keep that in mind. But we've got some really fun classes coming up. Now, we mentioned this last week. We had our clay pendants and the barn quilts class scheduled for today. And unfortunately, we didn't get enough people to sign up for that. So we are going to cancel those today. I'm bummed because I was going to paint a barn quilt
I know you were
today.
planning on it.
Yeah, but maybe next time. But we've got some other classes from Rose coming up in December. But we've got some really fun things coming up. One of the ones that I wanted to highlight, mostly because somebody asked me about it yesterday, was country dance. Of course, we have country dance. We do country dance every fall. The Wright family has been teaching that class for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes. They've taught a lot of country dancers in Custer County, and they're ready to do it again. So we're going to start on Sunday, October 5th. We always go on Sundays in October, 7 to 9 p.m. at the college. You're gonna be able to shine your boots up and boogie down. Bring your cowboy hat. It'll add to the ambiance.
Or like Brent, bring your little vest.
Yeah.
He has a little country western vest.
Got a little stick horse.
Yeah, stick horse. I'd like to see him dance to the stick horse.
Yeah.
Do you need a partner?
No, you don't.
Seriously?
You don't need a partner. Now, of course, if you have a partner, sign you both up. But we have a lot of people that will sign up and say, well, I want to take it, but I don't have a partner. Well, if there's multiple people that don't have partners, all of a sudden you have a partner.
And I assume line dancing is part of it too, isn't
Yes.
it? Oh,
Yes.
wow.
So you won't
Oh,
really
boy.
need a partner.
I'm very interested.
Mm-hmm.
Now-
yes.
How do I want to say this? I have to be so careful these days, but it's not unusual if you go to a dance to see ladies dancing with one another.
Exactly.
So if you have a friend and your husband or boyfriend or whatever, or you don't have either, you could come with another gal as partners, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
And I guess guys as well.
Absolutely. I mean, how many times have you been somewhere and you hear someone say, oh, he doesn't like to dance, or oh, she doesn't get out there. Well, but maybe you want to. Country dance is a lot of fun. And yes, you learn a lot of the basics, a lot of line dances, a lot of your basic country, not necessarily country swing, but kind of that sort of waltzy style,
Spin here and there.
Yeah, exactly. So always a lot of fun. And only $20 a person, $40 a couple. Sundays in November, 7 to 9. It's going to be a great time. So we always look forward to country dance. So,
okay.
Gary and Sandy, they like a full class. So we have to have 10 people, 10 people, 5 couples minimum. The reason for that is, when you start thinking about, well, one couple's gone today. Well, now we only got 4 couples. A couple people can't make it today. Now we've only got 3. And then it's not as fun to dance by yourself. So they like to have those 10 people. Now that's a big number for us to be able to sign up. But what we've had the most success is if a group of people, maybe a group of friends want to come in and take some country dance lessons. So if you're interested in that, we need you to sign up right away so we know that we've got enough people and we can let Gary and Sandy know. So again, that will start October 5th. We're going to take registrations probably up through about Thursday of that week. But let us know if you'd like to come in and do some country dancing. We'd love to have you. Other things on this card that you might notice, we've got a couple of welding classes. There is an error on the postcard, guys.
Oh.
Yes. It's one of those things you look at a bunch of times and you think you got everything straightened out and then it gets printed. There is an error, but so it lists our Intro to Welding course as October 1st through the 22nd, and then also the Artistic Welding class from October 1st to the 22nd. In actuality, Artistic Welding will happen after the intro course. So October and then on into November for that Artistic Welding. So if you're interested in welding, give us a call. We'll give you the exact dates, but just know that it's October and November, not the same dates in there. So we've got a t-shirt quilt class. Grant Chapin is going to come in and do a class on end-of-life planning. Not the most fun topic, but very important.
Very important.
Get those details in line. And then we've got a chicken scratch class again if you want to learn all about those chickens.
Well, we're thinking about writing a country song about.
Well, you gotta have a chicken. I mean, you got gourds.
I know.
You have chickens in the gourd patch. There's a name for it.
Oh,
wow.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Did you hear that country music?
Chickens in the gourd patch.
What do you do?
I'm telling you what, it's going to be an album here pretty soon. Because Dave started, we're going through the school lunch menus, and everybody was having chicken patty on a bun. And Dave's like, that's a country song, chicken patty on a bun. Now, chickens in the gourd patch. Picking out fun.
But let's get scratching in there. Chickens, scratching.
In the gourd patch.
Let's see. Pecking and scratching in the gourd patch.
Chickens in the gourd patch, scratching out fun. Do, 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 do.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I like that.
Well, you sounded like Paul McCartney there, working up a song.
Really?
Yeah.
That was big. You're gonna have to start recording these so you remember everything you sing in there. Chickens in the gourd patch. I like that.
Pecking and scratching.
I mean,
Tell Dawn. I mean, there's all sorts of things.
You can go forever.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a lot of things coming up. If you're interested in any of our classes, give us a call, 872-5259.
All right, let me look here. Doug, which way's the traffic going out there? Can you tell? I know the sun's in your eyes, but
has the pilot
car
gone?
Still
Tell
going
you what,
north?
you got to be careful too, because I just about pulled a hammy running out the door. They were going into town, and I was going into town for lunch, and I sprinted out here, and I almost pulled my hamstring.
See, I can think
so be careful.
The news title on that, maybe Doug could help us with that, or Jeremy. Man injured chasing pilot car.
He couldn't
keep
up.
Running out to car to get in line, to not miss the line going into town.
Out of shape radio announcer.
Yeah,
injured.
there you go. Yeah.
Thanks, Casey.
Thank you, guys.
You're a good sport. So I pulled up some dance tunes on the countryside. It's your turn to pick. Maybe you two should work this up. What country dance song would work for our next selection?
Oh, it's got to be the Boot Scootin' Boogie.
I was going to say,
I
if
mean,
you don't have
come
some
on.
Brooks and Dunn, like you.
Well, that's
in
kind of
trouble.
difficult for me because I type in dance. It gives me all the dance songs, but it doesn't have anything about boots.
So
But
you want a song with dance in the title?
No, that's all right. I think I can spell boot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, knocking boots.
Another good song, but not a good dancer.
If the boot fits, girls in boots. Better in boots. Nothing but cowboy boots. Oh gosh.
When you think about that one.
That's not nice. There's Boot Scootin' Boogie right there.
There you
Perfect.
go.
Bank and explore the future of community banking online. Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
8:52. Brent.
Hey, Dave.
You have some live reads there?
I do, yeah. And another announcement to keep reminding you of this morning. We've been asked to announce that the driver's exam office in Broken Bow is closed today. So take note.
All right, thank you. This is Friday, and today's schedule for activities includes the Mom Prom.
No, I'm sorry, Dave. Didn't mean to. We did get a call yesterday. We clarified with the Broken Bow Library. They have decided to cancel that event. They just didn't have enough people sign up for the Mom Prom. So that information came in late yesterday that that will not be taking place now.
Let me scratch that off the
Sorry.
list here. I'm glad you knew about that because I wouldn't, since it's still on the sheet. Let's see here. Well, then the rest is sports, and we've talked about that a little bit. But let's go ahead and kind of repeat what's happening. We've got a doubleheader tonight in football.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we'll be live in Arnold, Nebraska tonight for the KBBN Game of the Week. It'll be an 8-man showdown between South Loop and Sandhills Valley, and we will broadcast the game on KBBN radio. Kickoff at 7. Our coverage will start with the consolidated pregame show at 6 o'clock. And then on KCNI radio, we'll have Broken Bow football as the Indians welcome in Ord to Mark Russell Field. And we'll have that for you on KCNI. Kickoff also will be 7 o'clock. Our coverage there will start with the Custer Electric and Irrigation pregame show at 6 o'clock tonight.
And we mentioned, too, that we will be at, we won't be at homecoming. Our sports team will be there to call the game. But tomorrow at the Arnold Community Fall Festival, there'll be all kinds of family fun for you to take in. So please consider that. Also, on Thursday, the 25th, on KCNI Pure Country, the Team Jack Radiothon will be held. And there's promos running about that. But we do know that childhood brain cancer is the number one cause of death in kids. But together we hopefully can change that. So every donation is a life-saving donation and is immediate. So we'll take part in the Radiothon again this year. And I think we'll probably start right after the breakfast show on KCNI, broadcasting that. I think that was a discussion I heard. But we'll pick it up and we'll join it in progress. They'll start the actual Radiothon at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to 6 p.m. And we'll go from the point we jump in until 6 p.m., giving you a chance to listen to some very emotional stories about families and kids that are fighting this terrible thing. And hopefully you'll open up your heart a little bit and make a donation throughout the day. And so that's coming up on Thursday, the 25th, on KCNI Pure Country. Also coming up, the third annual Run for Your Life 5K, 10K run, and 5K walk. And this is going to be on October 4th, which is a Saturday, at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can register now online, or you can register the day thereof. But I heard a rumor yesterday at the bank.
Oh, yeah? A rumor?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to share that? It's a rumor.
Well, actually, it's more than a rumor. It's fact.
Oh.
Our own Christy Wells is running.
No way. Really?
Yes, she's in the 5K run.
Wow. I didn't know Christy was a runner.
I did not know that until yesterday. It was revealed to me that she's been running with her daughter, and they're going to run together.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So I would say that's an added attraction.
Yeah.
You want to go watch Christy try to stay up with her daughter?
We need to get her a KCNI headband or something to
wear. She wore one of our shirts, but maybe she's going to get one of those shirts that comes with the run. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then after the race, you can join them for drink specials and food out at Kincaid's on October 4th, and that will run until 2 p.m. So
Now, I know that this is it's to promote health. It's a great fundraiser for EMS and such. So how do you think Christy will approach the race? Will it be for fun?
No.
Okay.
No.
She'll be in it to win it?
Could be very traumatic for our salesperson because she doesn't do well when she doesn't come in first. And I have a feeling that there's some runners that might be a more experienced than she is. I don't know if they have different classes or categories. I'm not sure, but
yeah, they probably do. Yeah.
Well, let's just put it this way: she'll probably win the first 100 yards.
Yes. Yeah.
But I just found that fascinating yesterday. I found out that.
Well, I think that's great. I actually earlier this summer I participated with my granddaughters in a walk-run event in North Platte, Nebraska, and my granddaughter Monroe, I was kind of teamed up with her, and the start of the race was really fun because you're all grouped together when you start.
Yeah.
And so then they say go, and I didn't know my granddaughter could run so fast. And trying to keep up with her for the first 100 yards I was like exhausted. But after that 100 yards, my granddaughter was kind of done. and then it was like, come on, Monroe, we got to finish. Come on, keep walking.
Did you walk the rest of the way?
Yeah, we kind of did both. You know, we would walk for a little bit, then we'd kind of jog, and then we would walk, and it was a lot of fun. Those things, that was my first time participating in something like that. They really are a lot of fun. And you feel, at least I did, you feel good about yourself when it's done.
Yeah.
So yeah, take part in it.
I wonder if you can bet on just about anything anymore. I wonder if we could have a little pool here. Maybe Doug and Jeremy and everybody's interested, but we could have a pool or a betting pool on whether Christy throws up or not. What do you think?
Well, I don't know.
Because I don't think she can just do it for, leisure.
Yeah.
She's going to be serious about it.
Now, is she in the 5K? The one I was in, well, I just did the 3K. I'm like, there's no way I'm going 5K. No way.
I think I was told 5K.
5K, yeah.
And the run part, not the walk part.
Yeah, going to run. Wow.
With her daughter.
Well, that's great. I think that's fantastic that she's going to do that.
And Christy, if you're listening and you do throw up, I recommend having, like a Gatorade, colored Gatorade before you run. So it'll at least be a nice color. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Beef. President Trump is on the phone with China's President Xi, discussing a deal that would allow TikTok to continue operating in the U.S.
The kind of money we're talking about is very substantial, and it'll be owned by all American investors.
The CDC's new advisory panel meeting right now to consider new recommendations for COVID vaccines. Sabrina Kupit reports from Atlanta.
While most people get their seasonal vaccines at pharmacies, licensed pharmacists in some states cannot give the vaccine without an ACIP recommendation.
The panel's just delayed a vote on recommendations for hepatitis B shots in newborns. We're learning Jimmy Kimmel had planned to address his controversial comments about murdered conservative activist Charlie Kirk before he was suspended indefinitely. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti from L.A.
Reports say he spoke to Disney executives about his prepared monologue for Wednesday's show, but they worried it would only inflame the situation.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing a schedule, and responding to Jim's long emails. Leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC at Dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Martin Weiss.
The Bills beat the Dolphins 31-21. Josh Allen throwing 3 touchdowns and 213 yards through the air. Tua Tagovailoa threw 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and that interception came with 3 minutes left. It pretty much sealed the game for Buffalo. Dolphins are now 1-14 in the last 15 against Bills. The Dodgers announced that 3-time Cy Young Award winner Clayton Kershaw will retire at the end of this season. His final home start coming Friday against the Giants. The Dodgers beat the Giants on Thursday 2-1. The Mariners and Astros now tied for first in the AL West after Seattle beat Kansas City 2-0. The Guardians 3.5 games back from the AL Central leading Tigers after a 3-1 victory at Detroit, and Cleveland's won 7 games in a row. Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels did not practice for the second day in a row as he's recovering from a knee sprain. And the Indiana Fever and Las Vegas Aces advanced to the second round of the WNBA playoff.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Chance of thunderstorms today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Highs level off around 67. Northerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows around 48. Tonight, slight chance for showers. Highs level off around 72 with fog in spots early tomorrow, cloudy skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Visit the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow, located conveniently on Highway 2. From the highest quality cuts of meat to a great selection inside GK Wine and Spirits, it's at the GK. They take pride in their friendly staff and encourage you to join the rewards program at Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
Lucinda Williams, New York Comeback. That was my pick, and you'll have a chance to pick another song that you would like to have aired on the breakfast show this morning.
Oh, good. All right.
Lucinda Williams, real cool story. Great songwriter. She grew up with professors, and she tells a story that she was around people who wrote novels and poetry and so forth. When they had company over, it was those kinds of people, and got her real interested in writing. And she's a wonderful songwriter. And she suffered a serious stroke a couple of years ago now, probably, and really set her back. But she's back performing again and recording again. And she is quite a story. Lucinda Williams. Hope you enjoyed that. What do you got over there, Brent, on your table?
Yeah, well, the Tumbleweed Cafe, don't forget about them, and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill. Of course, they serve daily specials at the Tumbleweed Monday through Friday for lunch, and Sunday they have their delicious buffet. Don't forget about the Wake and Bake Nook, open every Monday through Friday till 6 p.m. Also, each Monday through Friday from 6 to 11 in the morning, you'll find delicious breakfast items ready to go, including burritos, sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits, and gravy, and more. And make sure you visit Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill, west side of the Tumbleweed. They're open 7 days a week from 5 to 10 in the evening, or as Carmen says, the grill stays on until she walks out the door. Nightly food specials, delicious sports bar food like cheese cigars, wings, clubhouse flatbreads, burgers, Cracker Jack fries basket, and drinks await you at Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill.
A reminder, the Custer County Foundation Gala and auction is coming up on Saturday, December 13th. Now, that is a ways away, we realize that, but the ticket sales are underway. And if you want to make sure that you get to go, which most everybody loves going, get your tickets now. Call for your tickets at 872-2232. They're $65 per person, and they'll also sell you some tables. If you want to buy a whole table, talk to them about it at 872-2232. And if you plan to attend this premier fundraising event, sooner than later is what we're telling you here this morning, because tickets go fast. And through this evening, it allows them to support things like scholarships and community programs, community activities. Scholarships, $138,940 was given out in scholarships last time around, and grants, $118,674. So it's the main fundraiser for the year, and if you'd like to go, call 872-2232. Also coming up much sooner, still time to get tickets, we think, but you might want to call to find out. The number to call is 872-2420. Healing Hearts and Families, Denim and Diamonds. Your MC will be Brent Apperson.
Yes.
At the 11th Annual Gala, which is on October 4th at 5:30 p.m. at the One Box Convention Center. If you see a poster around, there's a QR code you can scan to get your tickets. You can call 872-2420 as well. And the meal included, of course, $50 per ticket, $450 per table. And since it's denim and diamonds, I would think your attire could be just about anything. You can wear blue jeans or diamonds or a black shirt with diamonds, whatever you want to do. Dress up accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to it. October 4th, great fundraiser for a wonderful organization that does a lot of good.
Another new group, I don't know if it's new, but we're presenting it to you here in a new way, Mindful Moms. And this has gotten underway. Started on September 16th, and they run from 9 a.m. until 10 a.m., so it's an hour long, and it's a supportive space for pregnant moms and moms of infants newborn to 18 months. They'll meet the first Tuesday of every month, and they'll have speakers and topics that they'll be discussing, mostly a lot of support for moms and little newborns. And it takes place at the United Methodist Church here in Broken Bow Enter in the east door on the back of the church, and it's the first Tuesday of every month. Mindful Moms.
Here's a job opportunity for you. You'll find this posted on sandhillsexpress.com on the employment page. Thompson Chiropractic in Broken Bow is hiring. Your chance to be part of something meaningful. They're looking for a friendly, dependable, and motivated individual to join their team as a receptionist secretary. This isn't just about answering phones. It's about being a key part of a growing business and making a difference in people's lives every day. You'll help keep the front office running smoothly, support patients with care and professionalism, and play a vital role in the everyday success of the practice. No experience, no problem. They're willing to train the right person who's ready to learn and grow. So if you're organized, people-oriented, and looking to be a part of a team that truly cares about the people they serve, they would love to hear from you. To find out more about applying for this position, contact Thompson Chiropractic at 308-293-6340. That is 308-293-6340.
As I think about it, hats off to Christy Wells.
Yeah.
If you don't run very often, or if at all, and then you take on the task of running a 5K, probably put some work into it. She probably will do just fine.
Yes, yeah.
But if I can, I'm still going to go watch.
Now, if we were good people, we would enter and run with her.
I don't want to throw up in front of everybody. Have a heart attack.
Yeah. Well, it is the EMS. EMS is putting it on, though, right?
Yeah, but they'll all be running.
Yeah, well, true.
No, I'm sure they'll have crews set up and make sure everybody has plenty of water and all that sort of thing.
Yep.
And it highlights what EMS is all about. They want
does.
everybody to do preventative, just like yesterday.
Yep.
Let's try to prevent health problems, and there wouldn't be as many EMS calls or that sort of thing if we all took a little better care of ourselves, and I'll raise my hand very high.
I'll raise it with you. Exercise is a good thing.
So maybe we should go root Christy on.
Okay.
And I don't mean heckle. I mean,
Yeah.
Christy. Like, I bet she'd love that.
Uh-huh.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Bring it up at the next meeting, would you?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I won't be
All
there.
Right. Okay. I'll make a note.
It's 53 degrees outside. I forgot to tell you that. Partly sunny. I think it's maybe more cloudy than sunny right now. Wind's not a big factor so far today. Got kind of cold last night, 46. Now 53. Time for Brent's music pick.
Okay. I'm going to go, this will shock you, Chris Ledoux, and I'm going to go $5 fine.
Okay. Let's see if I can get that to come up. Oh, there it is right there. Before we play your pick,
okay,
little communication here in the chat box. Chris Smith says foundation tickets do sell fast. Last year they sold out in just a few weeks.
Wow, okay, so get them now.
Yeah. Steve Hornickel says, have a great weekend. Thanks, Steve. Juan says, good morning. Hope you have a happy weekend with your families. Thanks, Juan. Appreciate that. Of course, Gary Geiselman's request for Go Cubs Go. Brent sang that, unfortunately. Bill Varney saying happy Friday from Arkansas. So thank you, guys and gals. Where's my phone? I almost forgot this, and I'm glad I didn't. Yesterday we were talking about the Crawford fight.
Yes, yeah.
And I was told this story a while back, and I think you're going to be impressed.
Okay.
Let me get that. Not now. Don't do that. There it is. Okay, here, I'm going to read it to you as it came in. After the show yesterday, Paul Burney received a text, and it says they heard us talking about the Crawford fight.
Oh.
Chad Shaw, and I remember Chad boxing years ago, and his brother in junior Golden Gloves, because I used to do some announcing for those bouts.
Yeah.
And Chad was a good boxer. His brother was a good boxer. And at one time, Chad boxed Bolmock, one of the trainers for Crawford.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
They were about 12 or 13 years old, and Chad said Bolmock was known as Bobo back then, and Chad defeated him in a 3-round match.
Huh.
And I actually, Chad saw an interview with Bolmock yesterday talking about the results of the Crawford fight and why he thought that Crawford was going to win before he went into the ring. But Chad defeated Bud Crawford's trainer when they were about 13 years old in Golden Gloves.
Wow.
Yeah, Chad was a heavy puncher. He got right. He did the heavy-handed type of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
He hit hard. His brother was good. And there was a lot of during that period of time. There was a lot of really good Golden Glove junior boxers at the time, and they had some matches here in Broken Bow. I remember a few at the Municipal Building,
Mm-hmm.
some at the Armory, and then they traveled about most every weekend boxing somewhere. So a lot of kids were really into it at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be something to tell that you?
Yeah.
Hey, I fought Bud Crawford's trainer,
Uh-huh.
one of his trainers,
And beat him. Yeah.
Cool story. Okay, $5 fine?
Yep, Chris Ledoux. That'll be my pick.